The beautiful city of Madrid, just over 3 million people, and all eyes will be on the women's triathlon, the first opportunity to qualify for the 2012 Olympic Games.
You never complain when you have an opportunity to see the world, but 5 a.m. at an airport's never a lot of fun. Well, partway through the season, we've already been to Seoul, to Monterrey, Mexico, to Sydney. Just finishing up a great trip in Madrid, and early morning on the way back to Toronto. They turn around and then it's over to Des Moines for the big $1 million race.
See, as they come towards the end of the swim, it is Jessica Harrison starting to pull away from Sarah Haskins, but they're very tightly bunched together. 25 bodies with less than 10 seconds to come on to the pontoon. A 300-meter run, it's Jessica Harrison, then Haskins.
I love my job. You know, when you get paid to do something that you'd probably do for free, don't tell my boss that. It's not a bad gig, and seeing the world is super, but you got to be focused. If you're going to stay with this, you've got to really make sure you're committed to staying on top of what's happening with the athletes, that you're on time, that you're ready to go when the gun goes off, and so far it's been great. I think Austria is a fun one just because it's such a beautiful city and a beautiful country. Hamburg, obviously, the biggest crowds on the circuit. Tisha, the best party. Australia, some of the best beaches. So, you know, each one has something unique. You can go do some sightseeing in a museum when you get to Europe. So, for me, I like to take advantage of each country and take advantage. Maybe it's a beach, maybe it's a museum, maybe it's the culture.
You can see right there the chase group coming together now. Almost 20 women coming together. Another group, another 45 seconds back. It's 8 laps. Each time they have to climb that hill. And it has been a factor in past years. Even if athletes are able to stay in the main pack, they usually suffer for it later on.
I certainly spend a fair amount of time at things like breakfast, you know, lots of interviews, opportunities to sort of read their blogs and seeing how they're doing. And they're so interesting. I mean, these are really, really interesting athletes. So when you have a chance to sit on a plane or a bus ride back and forth from the airport, you really want to take time to get to know them better. And probably my biggest frustration is that I don't speak 5 or 6 different languages, because I could learn more about these kids, you know, the Russians, the Chinese, the Japanese, if I spoke more languages. On average, these are amazing young men and women who, you know, they've got lots of interesting things they do in their life. They've got lots of education, so they're interesting to talk to. On race day, race weekend, some of them are a little bit more stressed than others, but that's to be expected. This is what they do for a living. They're trying to qualify for the Olympic Games, World Champs, make their living at it, so I understand that. And in the vast majority of the cases are very, very respectful. They're on time for interviews. They give you some good energy when you ask a question. They're thoughtful, so for me it's a great opportunity to learn more about some really world-class young people.
As they come towards the transition zone, it's Nicholas Spirik, Liz Blatchford getting their shoes on. 4 laps, very warm now, 34 or 35 degrees Celsius. Vanessa Fernandez back in this race, the first time we've really seen her in fit shape in almost a year and a half.
No question, I think the staff, the commentators and media are pretty similar in that they get really excited themselves. I can feel my adrenaline going up, that I'm motivated maybe a little bit more, just like the athletes. You try to bring your A game at the World Champs, the Grand Finals, the Olympic Games. You can feel your pulse up there as well. And you know that there's a lot on the line. Some of these kids have put 2 or 3 years of hard work into one day.
And as she comes onto the blue carpet, it is going to be an incredible victory. The second time that Switzerland will take a win in 2010. It was Daniela Rief in Seoul. Today it'll belong to Nicholas Spirik. What an incredible performance. She was 4th in Seoul. Today she'll be on top of the podium in Madrid. The 3rd round will go to Switzerland as Nicholas Spirik claims victory. A solid bike and an incredible run. And what a performance by Chérion from France. Emmy Chérion, the former world junior champion, taking 2nd. And here across the line, Jenkins crossing the line, the former world champion, will take bronze.
Well, you know what, I think you just stay in shape, you keep doing a good job, and if they ask you to come back next year, you have another opportunity. So I really don't look too far down the road. I just try to do a good job as each race comes up.
Nicholas Spirik, the young Frenchwoman, celebrating with the champagne. Chérion on the podium, and Helen Jenkins very pleased for another great day for the British athlete. And with her 6th place finish today, Barbara Riveros of Chile remains #1 ranked in the world as we head off now to Hamburg, Germany in July.